Hi, I'm Mark Chandik, and welcome to another installment of Prosperity Perspective. My last few videos have reviewed the chapters of my book, 10 Financial Strategies for the Smart Investor. In this video, I'll be discussing why making and maintaining a financial plan is so important in the success of reaching your financial goals. I'll discuss how to begin the process and what tools can help you be successful. It's often said that it's hard to know what path to take if you have no idea where you're going. This has never been truer than in the planning of your financial future. Often people wait to plan until they receive a large sum through the sale of their business or receive an inheritance. They may feel they are way behind in reaching their goals and panic sets in, and they're motivated to plan. Whatever the reason, planning is critical in the success of you reaching your financial goals, and this is true no matter what size of your net worth. Why wait until you have a crisis on your hands? Instead, start the planning process now and begin to experience the peace of mind that comes with being in control of your financial future. There are two parts of the planning process. The first is the boring part, where many people fail. This is the information gathering process. You need to have information about your assets, liabilities, and cash flows, and you need to have a level of honesty and truth about where you're at currently with your finances. The process can feel overwhelming, and that's a good reason to eat the elephant one bite at a time. Divide the process into smaller and manageable tasks. First might be to develop a budget so that you can see the actual amount that you're living on. Gathering up all your tax records, insurance policies, investment statements, and so on. Keep it simple. I like to use the 95% rule. The planning process is both an art and a science. Simply getting the process off the ground and giving it your best effort can provide excellent results. You don't have to accurate down to the penny. The plan needs to be directionally accurate. Simply put, the planning process contains three basic components. Look at this simple pyramid. At the bottom, the base of the pyramid, this is the part that structurally supports everything else, so it needs to be solid. These are your risk management components that address the what-ifs in your life. Premature death, a long-term illness or disability, and a long-term care event that all can derail your planning and drain you of all your assets. All three of these should be addressed and the risk transferred to a third-party insurance company if possible. The last risk management component is having a comfortable level of cash liquidity, also known as your emergency fund. This is the amount of cash you keep handy to get the car repaired, take an unexpected quick weekend vacation, or fund some other unforeseen expense. I often tell clients that there are really three big what-ifs that can derail your plan. They are dying too soon, becoming sick or injured, and living too long. Life and disability insurance can address the first two risks, and the living too long risk is all about saving and investing properly so that you don't run out of money. Once you've addressed the big risk items, you can move on to your accumulation goals. The most common goal is retirement financial security, but there are many other potential goals. College education funding for children or grandchildren, purchase of a second home, purchasing a big ticket item like a boat or a plane, gifting to your favorite charity, and helping children with a down payment on a home. It's best to categorize these goals into three different levels of priority. First, there are needs. These are the have-to-haves, like retirement financial security. Wants is the second level and may include purchase of a second home and full college funding. The third are wishes, and this may include helping children with down payments. This is your plan, so you make up the priority list. At the end of the day, the planning process should reveal how many of these goals are financially attainable and what steps you can take to improve the probability of being able to fund them adequately. Your plan should be stress tested. What does that mean? Well, your most vulnerable time from an investment perspective are the years immediately preceding and following retirement. You will be shifting from an accumulation mode to a distribution mode. I like to use the metaphor of climbing Mount Everest. Did you know that most people don't die on the way up? In other words, the climb. They die on the way down. The mistakes that you make during your way down or during deaccumulation is very important. And the sequence of returns that is also going to be vitally important. That's why you need to have a plan that will move your investment risk from something that is appropriate for the accumulation phase, but perhaps not for the withdrawal phase. There are two mathematical calculation methods that can be utilized to determine if your plan is on track. The first is a straight line return assumption for your investable assets, your investment accounts that you will draw from. The idea here is that you select a conservative return and use that return for the life of the plan to determine if you have enough money. This approach is great for showing cash flows, but it's inherently flawed because returns aren't straight line. They're volatile. That's when Monte Carlo simulation comes into play. This mathematical model reflects the inherent volatility of market returns and gives you the statistical probability that your financial plan will work. Once you have the first draft of your plan in place, you'll have a sense of clarity and peace of mind that comes with having some level of control of your financial future. The planning process is always better when both spouses are fully engaged. The goal is to have both parties provide their own personal input into the plan so that they can both be accountable for their decisions and the results. If your plan fails to meet your stated financial goals, then what do? There are several possible levers to pull in the planning process that can improve your probability of success. They include earning a higher portfolio return, lower inflation assumptions, working longer, saving and investing more, and finally, spending less. The process should allow you to make powerful and mindful decisions, balancing your desire to reach your goals with the reality of living in the here and now. Is the financial planning process worth it? Is having a roadmap that helps keep you focused and on track valuable? Is the peace of mind you receive by knowing that you've covered all the bases worth it? I would say absolutely. There are plenty of online tools available to you, but you may want to hire a co-pilot that's properly licensed and educated in helping guide you through the process and keeping you accountable when things get rough and you want to veer off course. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please comment down below and hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss any of our future videos. Also, to receive a free copy of my book, 10 Financial Strategies for the Smart Investor, please click the link in the video description below. Until the next time, thank you for watching.